to H.T.V, Fresh Money Productions, all the whole gang. Brooklyn, Queens, you know, the big connects right here, man.
So I'm saying, how you got your name, Diesel?
Like I said, I'm a heavy-handed motherfucker. I like to break shit, and I'm heavy with like giving pounds and stuff. But also, it's because I have it's an acronym. It's Diesel E. D for determined, I for individual, E for earning. The dollar sign is money. Every lyric experimentally. That's how Diesel E is.
Okay. So you from Queens, right?
Yes, sir.
Part of Queens you rapping?
I'm from Cambria Heights, Queens, Glen Oaks, and all of them right there. South Ozone Park. I've been in Queens most of my life.
So what inspired you to do music?
Shit, a lot of the artists I've seen coming up, the OGs, like the 90s music, I'm definitely a big fan of like the Wu-Tangs, the Redmans, Method Man, E40, Tech 9. I'm really into like expressing myself and saying what comes to mind and trying to put things out that are different. Something that's more appealing to the crowd and then that gravitates someone's attention just so that they're able to feel what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, so what kind of artist are you?
I would say I'm eclectic. I do it all. I'm into horrorcore, like I said, street, a little bit of abstract. I have a couple different styles where I like to spit a little bit of fast flows. I like to do a little bit of the old school West Coast type style, then a little bit of the East Coast, like 90s type style. Those are my kind of vibes right there.
So Diesel E, you working on any projects?
Yes, I am. I'm working on a couple of them. I'm working on my 4th mixtape called Transitioning Phase.
Wait. Your 4th mixtape?
4th mixtape, my dude.
So like, what's your other mixtape names?
Okay, well the first one, my debut one, is Eclectic Noise. That's about 24 tracks with a bunch of different artists. Like, you know, my boys, shout out to Toxide Killer, my boy King Kennedy, Logic Lito, Grime City, Manny Mazik. I have my 2nd mixtape, Unorthodox Perception, where I have just a clusterfuck of whole different artists and a whole caliber of what I like to do. I like to experiment with different sounds from rock to metal and then to a lot of fast-paced beats. My 3rd mixtape, which is actually my favorite, that's in the disc right now, is Start Living, Stop Existing. And I plan to get that as a tattoo one day. Start living on the right arm, stop existing on the left.
Okay, and your 4th mixtape, what's the name of that?
Transitioning Phase. Transitioning Phase. It's about how we're all growing individually and we're all growing together as a whole. And I'm also tackling issues about a lot of things as far as what New York and the whole world's been experiencing, such as Sandy, and a little bit about the shootings and all about how people are just growing and how the industry's changing up. And now that I'm 25 now, I'm seeing things from a whole different perspective. So that's what I'm just trying to push forward. That's the whole message I'm looking forward. But that's not it. I'm working on a duo project with my boy Toxide, TOX, if you want to call him that, called THAT-LP, That LP. It was once an EP, but now it's growing all the further than that. And then I'm also working on another project with my boy Box Cutter out in Minnesota. We're a duo called B3, Bipolar Bionic Brainstorm. We have another mixtape coming out. Just finished a Christmas CD, and that's where I'm working at right now. 2013 isn't ready for me just yet.
Nice. You're busy man, right?
Absolutely.
Keep working hard in them studio late nights, right?
Absolutely.
You have any singles?
Yes, I do.
From the mixtape that's like out?
Yes, I do.
Where can we find them at?
You can find them on SoundCloud.com. Type in Diesel E. That's D-I-E $E-L-E. And you can also find me on Twitter at diesele.com as well. And then also Reverb Nation, D-I-E $E-L-E.
Yeah, so Diesel E.
Yes, sir.
What's your top 5 dead or alive?
Oh shit, from the top, off the top, E40, Tech 9, Brother Lynch Chun, Cormega, and I have to say Aesop Rock for now. Those are my top 5 that are alive right about now.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
So you got any shows coming up?
I have a couple lined up. I normally have an open mic that I head to at Near's Tavern in Woodhaven, Queens, New York. We always host an open mic. Her name is Sita, and also hosted by DJ MI, spinning on the 1s and 2s out there.
What makes you different from other rappers?
Shit. Being from the suburbs for one, and always having something to say, always having some weird complex, and always having some alter ego makes me stand out. My collabos that I do with the large different caliber artists, and always being able to express myself in ways that many people may not be able to understand. So I try to cater to all different audiences and not just one. I like to stand out, whether it gets me recognition or if it still gets the message across. That's the whole point of why I'm doing music. First off, I'd like to shout out Fresh Money, H.T.V, myself, of course, D's Elite will always be here forever. My boy TOX, Totside, KIZ, Grime City, King Kenny, Logic Lido, Box Cutter, Killer Keith, Brook Nom, Chuck D, everyone that's always supported me and been there for me. You know, of course, my biggest two artists, E40, Tech 9, always been there to inspire me to make great music and just to say what's on my mind without always having to follow judgment. And I just want to thank God for always being able to at least give me the skill and give me the talent to just bless a mic, man. It's hard out there. Yo, let me tell you about the blood-sucking carnivores. There's a reason why we call the game the art of war. All work, no play. This is what you're bargaining for, fiending for opportunities like some starving whores. Breaking back in spirit till your heart is sore. In the night light only, the dark absorbs. What a kid like me to go and knock on doors. Wolves and sheep clothing, but these dogs will bark with war. In there like swimwear, living the aquatic life. Sugar-coated fantasy, man, I got a wife. A mammal in the jungle, like the exotic type. You could sell me a story, just make sure the product's right.